Hey fam, welcome back. This is the exciting conclusion of my Maybelline scavenger hunt shop my stash. This is the review portion where I have tested out these products. I have some thoughts on them. I'm going to share them with you guys. So if you're interested in finding out my thoughts on all the Maybelline products I tried in my collection, go ahead and stay tuned. We're going to get into it now. Okay, so let's start with the only primer I had from Maybelline, which was the Master Prime. This is a SPF 30 sunscreen primer, and it's supposed to blur and defend. Before I started getting all this makeup, this was a product that I was using every day. I retried this primer and I really liked it. I thought it did an excellent job hydrating my skin. I thought it did an excellent job blurring my skin as well. It does have SPF and sunscreen in it, was perfectly fine. It didn't cause any problems. I also tried the blue one from this line. It's like a light blue color. It's a hydrating one. I didn't have that one because I've already used it up, panned it, and thrown it out. I find that both of these Master Primes, the ones that I've tried, the blue and this purple, are both really great, and I really enjoyed this product this week. Next, I had 4 foundations, and I'm actually going to do them in like a reverse ranking for you guys from my least favorite to my favorite. Also, all of these products are great. I don't have a problem with any of them, but some of them I liked a little bit better than others. So to start, the first foundation is this Super Stay Multi-Use Foundation Stick. And you can see I don't have a ton of product left. What I like about this product, we'll start with the pros, is that it is great for those days that you are running late AF for work. Do you guys have those days? I have those days every day. I'm always scrambling. Some days I'm like on time and I'm all excited with myself. Most of the time I'm scrambling. These are great for those days that you're in a rush. So I like that. I like that it's a fast application. I like that it was very easy to work with. I also like that this didn't settle terribly into my fine lines or anything like that, but I did find that this wore away faster than any of the other products. Even though this is Super Stay, I did find it especially on my nose, but it did look nice. It didn't look bad. I think you could get a full work day out of this. You just might not have, the evening. If you're gonna go out after work, you might wanna do a different product that has a little bit more staying power. The next foundation is the Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation. So this is one that Nikki actually convinced me to keep from my last declutter. I pulled it back out because she said it was one of her favorites. I'm like, let me give it another chance. So my thoughts on this one, this is my third favorite of the 4. I like that this one had a absolutely gorgeous finish. The finish is beautiful with this foundation. However, because it's a fuller coverage and it's a thicker formula, I did find it creasing in this fine line really badly. So that's one thing I didn't like about this, but I did love the finish. My little kind of oily areas didn't get as oily. As the day went on, the finish for me got a little bit less ideal toward the end of the day. It looked a little bit like cakey, creasy, but beautiful for most hours of the day. This I do think you could go out after work. It just might be by the time it's like 9 o'clock at night and you're ready to take your makeup off anyway, it looks a little like not crazy about it, but I like this for the rest of the day. Other than the creasing, I think this is great for a full coverage look. If you want a beautiful finish on dry skin even, this looked really beautiful. So thank you, Nikki, for saving this product. Next, my second favorite was the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Foundation. So what I like about this one is it is a very nice, like medium coverage, like light to medium buildable coverage formula. I like that this has SPF 50 in it. That is awesome for skin protection. This is a beautiful finish as well, and it's a lighter finish. I also found that this one did crease, again in the smile line, but not as bad because the formula is not as thick. This one also had a very dewy look all day, which I definitely prefer over the matte. However, this did not control my oil as well as the Super Stay did. So I did get a little bit more dewy in my T-zone, like real dewy, but the rest of my skin was already dewy, so I felt like it didn't show as much. But I do love this foundation. This is one I used a lot over the summer. It's one I will continue to use. I'll continue to use all of these. I probably won't repurchase the Super Stay products when they run out, especially the stick, because that one's almost gone. But this is one that I would consider repurchasing. However, my tried and true, my down home B, like my ride or die, is still the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This foundation, put up against all the other Maybelline foundations, stood the test of time. It creased the least. The finish was the most beautiful. It gave me the most long wear throughout the day. By the end of the day, my skin still looked beautiful. I could see it wearing off a little bit in around my nose area, but unlike this one, where if you touched your face, you're missing a huge patch of foundation. It's like red skin under foundation skin. It was very noticeable. This one faded in a much more natural way. It looked beautiful. I didn't feel greasy. I didn't get oily. I didn't get creasy. I love this foundation. This is still my tried and true. This is still my favorite Maybelline foundation in my collection. Staying on with face, I had 3 concealers to try, and I'm also going to do them in a reverse order, starting with my 3rd favorite, then my 2nd favorite, then my 1st favorite. So my 3rd favorite that I tried is this Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. So what I love about this product is it is a really pretty finish on your skin. It is hydrating. Well, I found it hydrating when I first put it on. It feels really comfortable. It blends out beautifully. It gives you nice coverage. It's not the fullest coverage. If your under eyes aren't a humongous concern for you, you may like this product. What I didn't like about it was that toward the end of the day, it started really settling into my fine lines, which is kind of counterintuitive since this is supposed to be age rewind. It's not supposed to be make you look older concealer. This is definitely one I would not repurchase. I will use it up. I'll enjoy what's left, which is not a whole lot. You can see I did absolutely get some use out of this product. I have given it time. I do feel that it's not the best coverage and it's not the best finish, but it'll stay in place. It doesn't move around. It stayed all day. If you don't have dry under eyes or you don't have fine lines to worry about, you may love this concealer. But for me, this is my 3rd favorite. Next, for number 2, I have the Superstay Full Coverage Under Eye Concealer. So this one I did like a little bit better. I don't think it's super full coverage. Like I've definitely used more full coverage concealers than this one, but I think this one did give nice coverage under the eyes. It creased a little bit less than the Age Rewind, but I also noticed with this one, toward the end of the day, it was settling a little bit into my fine lines and did look a little bit dry under my eyes. But I did enjoy using this. I will continue to use it. I did like this concealer. Like I said, it's just that toward the end of the day, the dryness. If you're not really super up close and like looking at your under eye, it really doesn't look bad at all. But if you're on camera, if you're looking close in the mirror, even under your eye, I think that it does sort of settle into those fine lines. My absolute favorite Maybelline product in my collection and the winning concealer from this scavenger hunt was again the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. So this is a little tube. He's real cute, and all of mine are in the shade 10 Clair, but this one did not make my under eyes look dry. This did not settle into my fine lines. This did stay all day. This did make my under eyes look hydrated. This one I really, really love. This is one I reach for often. Then putting it up against the other concealers, I can see why. This is a great product. I definitely recommend this one. Of the Maybelline products I've tried, I think this one's gonna give you your best results for under the eye. Next, let's talk about some powders. So I had the Fit Me Loose Setting Powder. This is also in 10 Clair Fair Light. And this is in shade 100 Translucent. This is the Fit Me Pressed Powder. So these are both from the Fit Me line, which we already know I love. I do have some thoughts on these products. This one is one that I hear a lot of good things about, and I do enjoy it too. My problem with this powder is how dry my face looks. It looks like a dust cloud when I put this on. What I do to fix it is to just hit it with some setting spray, have it on today, and my skin looks glowy and dewy. It doesn't look dry. Once you do hit this with some setting spray, let it dry, it's beautiful. But I do think if you don't use a setting spray, it does look really dry and dusty, just in my opinion. But this little guy, this like Fit Me Pressed Powder, I really, really liked him. I used him a lot for setting around the rest of my face or kind of blending out my nose contour mostly. And I think he's beautiful. It's a really soft powder. It doesn't look dry. Looks beautiful on the skin. I do believe it kind of has like a blurring effect. I don't know that it advertises. Oh, matte and poreless. So yes, I did find that it blurred and it didn't make me look dry. So of these two, I prefer this one over this one, but they're both fine products as long as you use a setting spray if you have dry skin. If you have oily skin, this one might be a game changer because it definitely made me look really dry. But if you're a dry skin girl like me, hit it with some setting spray, you will be right as rain. So let's get into some brow products. I tried 4 brow products from Maybelline this week, and I have thoughts on all of them. So the first is this Maybelline brow pencil, and this is one I do reach for often. This is one I really like. It's definitely more affordable than an Anastasia Beverly Hills or Benefit brow pencil. However, you still get this nice fine point, very similar to those 2 more expensive products. This one is very nicely pigmented. I think the color's really good. The only thing I didn't like about this is I did feel that sometimes from the top of my brow it would smear a little bit, but other days, you know, like I'd have a perfect brow and then one that was like a little smeared sometimes. So it could have just been user error, you know what I mean? But I don't find that happens as often with other brow products. So this one I would just say be careful with it smudging, even if you set it, but otherwise it's a great product. This guy I tried was the Brow Precise. It's basically like a little concealer that has this little kind of twist up concealer product, and it's shaped in an angle so that you can actually go right up against your brow and just, you know, or under it and conceal. And I didn't use this very often. This was another one that I had for a really long, not a really long time, but I had gotten it, I think, at TJ Maxx, like back in the beginning of my channel, I believe. And I don't reach for this that often, but I did find through using it that it's awesome. It was so fast to be like, zoop. So if you're not a perfectionist with your brows, if you're just kind of trying to go through and do something quickly, you're not kind of going with a brush and really getting some detail work, this for a swoop is a great product. I thought this was awesome and it blended out beautifully. It was very easy. So I definitely liked this more than I thought I would. I was really excited to kind of play with the Tattoo Studio brow pomade more because I heard so many good things. Now I don't use pomades that often, so it could again be just a lack of experience with a product like this. But this I found a little bit harder to work with. It is highly pigmented, so if you are accustomed to brow pomades, you may love this product. For me, I was trying to use it to draw more defined lines in the front of my brow, and I found that it got really muddy with that, but again, I want to keep playing with this. I think this is probably a great brow pomade. Like I said, I just don't have as much experience with brow pomades, this one and the e.l.f. one, I think being the only ones I've ever tried, and I've only reached for them a couple times. This was my first time trying this one this week, but the e.l.f. one I did reach for like once or twice maybe. So I do want to continue to use this. I've heard great things from people that do love brow pomade, so this is probably a great option for you. I'm gonna play with it some more. I'm just more of a pencil girl than a pomade girl for now. This little guy was so funky. This is the Total Precise Fiber Volumizer. So this is basically a tinted brow mascara. However, I want to draw your attention to this funky little wand. So as you can see, it's not your typical spoolie. It's like a flat paddle that has bristles or like a brush on one side. So this was definitely an interesting product to work with. What I liked about it is this pointed tip at the end. That was really great for like the ends of your brows. However, what I didn't like about it was that it could be a little bit tricky to work with if you weren't careful, just because it is so wide. So if you have thinner brows or you're trying to go into thinner areas, or just you don't want to pull it up too high and then get stuff all on top of your brows, it can be a little tricky to work with. But I did use it plenty. It kept my brows very stiff and up and in place, which I definitely wanted because they can tend to curl or fall or do their own thing. So I wanted everything kind of, you know, and this I think definitely helped with that. This probably isn't one that I would repurchase because I found that the ColourPop Boss Brow Gel is a great affordable brow mascara. And I think I also just prefer more of a standard wand than I do this kind of flat paddle brush. But I did like this and I'll continue to use it until it's gone. Okay, so I'm starting to lose some of my lighting, so my batteries are dying. I've been recording all day. So we're gonna try to get through the rest of these products as quickly as I can. Something that was a total surprise and I fully fell in love with was the City Bronzer by Maybelline. This product is just fantastic. I really, really loved it. I think it's very comparable to the Fenty bronzers where it just blends like a dream. It's a really pretty color. It's like a nice like neutral. It's not too orangey. It's not too gray. Really beautiful tone. And I absolutely love that. I also really love this Maybelline Fit Me blush. This is in the shade Buff. And I did find that to be true. I picked this up because I wanted to try a Maybelline blush. I didn't have any in my collection, and I thought this color was really pretty. It's like a nudie pink and really light, and on the skin it is a beautiful hue. It's like a dusty, like nude mauve, but really pretty. If you guys can see, it's really light, but it's like that really soft nude tone. And the other face products I tried were these highlighters. So I have 4 highlighters from the Master Holographic line. I didn't use all of them, which I was supposed to do, but did not in fact do. But I did use these guys, this light pink and this white iridescent, like kind of a glittery highlighter. So that was actually a surprise to me. I did not expect this to be glittery, and I didn't expect it to be iridescent. I expected it to just be kind of like a shiny white. But it is really gorgeous, and it might be hard to see on camera. It's got like a pinky purple shift. It's got a lot of colorful glitter, and I really enjoyed this. It made me feel kind of like a unicorn vibes kind of. So that was kind of fun, a little sparkly, colorful moment. And then this guy that's kind of in this peachier pink color is so beautiful on your cheeks. Even though this looks like it might be a color that could be a little deep, same with this one. It's really not when you put it in specific places. So for me, I find that like sometimes I want a glowier blush, and I'll just pull right over my blush, I'll pull my highlight up so that it's kind of giving like some shimmer. It's like blending in with the bronzer and the blush. I think you can do a lot of fun things depending on your placement with these more colorful highlighters. And then this gold one I don't have very much of an opinion on because I didn't use it. I think I've only swatched it. It is definitely a deeper gold, so this might be something that might be better for me to use if I'm either going for a super bronzy look, or if I want to do a bronzer topper, or I can also use it as an eyeshadow, which I believe I did with one of these the one day. I think I did. I think I reached for, I actually might have used this one for eyeshadow the one day. I had done like a pink look and I wanted some just like shimmer on the lid, so I used this guy. So they absolutely can be used as very simple eyeshadows or highlighters or a glowy blush, or you can make your bronzer a little bit more glowy. So there's definitely a lot of uses for these little guys. I do have a confession. I didn't touch these black liners. I pulled them because they're Maybelline products, but I just really haven't been doing a whole lot with black liner, so I did not use these, but I'm sure they perform just like every other black drugstore eyeliner. Lastly, let's get into my lip products that I tried. So I pulled 7 lip products, but I only tried 3. Reason being is that 3 of these are really colorful. I have this purple one that's more fun on my channel than it would be in the office. I have this really pretty black one here. I just thought it would be kind of fun to have a black lipstick. And then this beautiful jade color, which I'm obsessed with. I haven't even tried this yet. But again, there'll be something more fun on my channel with you guys than trying to like pull them off at work. You know what I mean? The ones I did try were these 3. So I have the Spice for me and the Nude for me. And the, oh, joy, the Mauve for me. So these are 2 cream lipsticks. They're not going to give you a ton of lasting power. They're just regular cream bullets where you have to apply them a million times a day, but they are really beautiful colors. We have this more spicy color, which is really beautiful. I definitely wore this one, and I definitely wore this one. This is more of a mauve-y color. So they're just cream formulas, just beautiful colors, very easy to reach for and to wear. And then this last one is like a gray lavender color, which I actually am wearing today in conjunction with this Wet n Wild kind of lavender liquid lipstick. And this is called Mauve Over Girl. It is kind of like a lavender color. It's not really a mauve in my opinion. And then this one is number 90 in Huntress. This is from their Superstay Matte Ink line. So I just mix these 2 together because this is really matte and makes my lips look super crinkly. With the liquid catsuit, it kind of helped everything kind of to get a little bit more moisturized and blend together better. So I actually did like this. I didn't wear this to work, but I did wear this today with you guys with this like lavender eye look. I've been super into monochromatic looks lately and just like being inspired by my funky colored lipsticks. But hey, man, if you're inspired, you're inspired. I think it's a great thing. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my thoughts on these Maybelline products. I'd love to know which brands you're interested in me doing a little scavenger hunt for. I'll probably pick a high-end brand for the next one, I'm guessing, and then switch back to affordable and kind of do a little every other, so that'll be something for everybody, I'm hoping, and it'll help me to get use of my stuff because I have high-end and affordable products in my collection that I would like to use more of. So anyway, let me know down below which brands you're interested in seeing a Shop Mustache scavenger hunt on, and I will work on trying to make those happen for you. So anyway, I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and until the next one, I love you guys so much. Bye.